Ladies and gentlemen, I hope everyone is doing good out here. So I'd like to take this time to welcome you all to the Forensic Laboratory. And what we do in the laboratory is we take music projects. And by music projects, we refer to things like mixtapes, albums, extended playlists, soundtracks, singles, those kind of things. We take music projects and we review them, we rate them, and we react to them, and we give personal opinions because we're not music experts. We are just out here to share our perspective on music projects. So we give our own personal opinions, but the personal opinions, they are personal opinions, but they are unbiased personal opinions. So I'll repeat the last phrase again: unbiased personal opinions. So if you really like our content, you can press the subscribe button, and you can receive such content on a consistent basis. If you subscribe with us, then if you really like it, you can press the like button. And if there's a particular music project that you want us to review, react, or to rate, a particular music project that you want to be inspected in the laboratory, you can say so in the comment section. We'll get to your comment, and then we'll get into the music project. We listen to it, and then we give the feedback. That's just how it goes. So in the forensic lab, we are going to classify music projects into a weight class. As you can see, we have 4 weight classes. We have the global music weight class, we have the subcontinental weight class, we have the nationwide weight class, and then we have the local area weight class. In the global music weight class, we be classifying music, international music, like the international guys, the Taylor Swifts, Kendrick Lamar's, the K-pop guys, the BTS's, J Balvin's as well. They're also global musicians, so that's the guys who are in that top tier right there. Then we have the subcontinental weight class. In this weight class, we have artists who are famous in maybe like 2 or more countries, but they're not international per se, but they're famous in 2 or more countries of the same region. So yeah, that's the people who be in the subcontinental weight class. Then we have the nationwide weight class. This one is pretty explanatory. Music that is famous to a nationwide basis, to a nationwide standard. That's the music projects that will be putting into that category, into that weight class. Then we have the local area weight class. That's music that is confined to a particular city, town, province, or state, in case there are countries with states. So yeah, that is how it is. Then after putting the music in the weight class, and after reviewing it, and reacting to it, will then give it a rating out of 10. So each of the music projects in each weight class will get a rating out of 10, and so the music can get a 10 out of 10, 9.9 out of 10, 0 out of 10, 0.1 out of 10. Those are the possibilities. So ladies and gentlemen, to get on straight to business, today we will be reviewing, reacting, and rating Voltz JT. So Voltz JT is a Zimbabwean hip-hop artist, to be specific. He is poised in the drill and trap subgenres of hip-hop, because like hip-hop is such a big genre, it's such a big tree with so many branches and so many subgenres, and Voltz JT is in the drill and trap sector. So he's one of the hottest hip hop artists currently out right now in Zimbabwe. We can confidently say that he is one of the hottest that is out right now. So Voltz JT, he gained his fame by releasing a series of singles after singles after singles after singles. Then finally on October 2022, that was last year, October, he dropped the album for the fans, Life of MUVHIMI. That's when he dropped the album. And this album is going to be put in the nationwide weight class, because we feel like Voltz is influential, like on a nationwide basis. So we are going to put him in that weight class. So Life of Muvhimi, as you can see, there's the album art, that's him, Voltz JT on the album. And for those of you who are not familiar with the Shona language, for those of you who are not from Zimbabwe, Muvhimi means hunter. So in translation from Shona to English, Muvhimi means hunter. So Life of Muvhimi means the life of a hunter, but in the perspective of the artist and in the viewpoint in which the artist approaches his music, we can say that by the term hunter, he's referring to like him hustling, him trying to get to the top of the hip hop pyramid, him trying to like hustle his way to the top, trying to make things work out and trying to touch things together, trying to get the money, trying to be this big artist. So that's what he refers to himself as, someone who is a hustler, someone who is a hard worker, a grinder, So, ladies and gentlemen, Voltz JT, Life of Muvhimi, it's in the lab. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see the album cover right here, Life of Muvhimi. Let's go on to the track list of the album. As you can see, it's a 10-track album. He didn't keep things too long, extremely long, because in this music business, some people they go for the traditional 14 to 16 song album. Some go as far as 20, 22, some even 25, but Voltz kept it 10 song album. Yeah, the formula still works, it's still quite viable to get a good album from 10 songs, so yeah, it's an acceptable option by Voltz JT to go for the 10 song album, so as you can see, he kept things short. So right on to get into the album. The first track of the album is the intro, Life of Muvhimi intro. What I like about this track is how Voltz JT just gets straight to the point, like, okay, I'm not going to speak in riddles. I'm not going to turn around, then come back on the song. It goes straight to the point of the album, straight to the message that he wants to deliver in the album. It goes just straight into the point, like, okay, Life of Muvhimi intro, Life of Muvhimi. This is what happens when you're out here trying to hustle, man. Saying that life, and I want them win, my lose for them win, meaning to say that our life is more L's than W's. You're going to lose and lose and lose till you get that win eventually. So like that's the message of the first song. So that's just the entire message of the album. But he delivers it like straight to the point, in the first song, and saying that you're going to work on a weekly, then you get to Friday, then on Friday, I was cinema, the money is over, you know how it is. You also we come Friday, the Friday vibes, there's no longer money left, So yeah, that's the first song of the album. It just goes straight into the point of the message of the whole concept of Life of Muvhimi. It just starts to touch upon it on the first song, Another thing to point out from the album was Voltz JT's choice of features, Voltz JT's feature. And as you can see, he had worked with Sun in dollar deals. I feel like Sun had a really, really, really incredible verse on dollar deals. Sun's contribution was spectacular. One of the best features of the album for me. Then he worked with Uri Wangu, with Dopa Don. I just love this feature because of how Dopa Don, was so playful with his flow, so playful with his sound, and his words, like he just dabbled around them, and I feel like that playfulness is important to this album because it's sort of like, okay, this is Voltz JT's sound. Let me offer a different sound, that is not similar to Voltz JT's sound, but that is of the same, message, of the same concept of the album, same concept of the song, not to drive away, from the concept. So Dopa Don as well, another spectacular feature, another spectacular contribution. Then we see the Slick Pastor, with the interlude. The interlude was sort of like a WhatsApp voice message from the Slick Pastor to Voltz JT, motivating him, saying that, look, man, you're in this race, you want to make it, stay in your lane, just keep on grinding, keep on hustling, keep on working, It was quite powerful and motivating interlude, from the Slick Pastor. Plus, it's so refreshing, to see a different voice that is not Voltz JT's voice, and to see a different voice that is not so musical. It's like Slick Pusley was just it was just a dialogue he was talking, it was non-musical, so like that's so refreshing, and it just keeps you open-minded when you're listening to the album. You don't know what to expect next, so that's a really encouraging interlude by the Slick Pastor, not just from the Slick Pastor to Voltz JT, but like even to us as well. It extends to us, the listeners, the fans, just to keep grinding, stay in your lane, don't look in other people's place, focus on your place. That was a really cool interlude. Then we go to Kwedu Tiri 2, Voltz JT, Temi Moyo. This was actually my favorite song from the album. I'll tell you later why this was my favorite song of the album. Then we go on to Kure, Voltz JT, featuring Kali's Coach. It's the outro song of the album. The song that just wraps up the entire album, and it's a love song. And I think it was quite a cool initiative for Voltz JT to end the album with a love song. I think that was a cool thing to do as well. Then as I was saying, Kwedu Tiri 2, that's my favorite song of the album. I just like the way the beat was chilled, the way the song, like the delivered from Voltz JT, his flow, his cadence was chilled as well, And I also like how Temi just finished the entire thing, with the R&B vocals. She just killed the entire thing, And I feel like the chemistry between those three things made the song like so perfect and so likable. The reason why I really like that song, like the chemistry between Temi's vocals, Voltz chilled delivery, and the chilled beat, it just mixes so organically and so perfect, It's my favorite song from the album, and another thing to look at from the album is the lead single Voltz JT used to promote the album, Fura Nekuno. He released prior to the album. That's why I say it's a lead single, because he's using the single to promote an upcoming album, And I feel like using Fura Nekuno, like the original Fura Nekuno, the one at the start, I think it was a very wise, if not the wisest decision that Voltz JT did on this album approach, because on the song, right, is featuring with MT. MT is based in the South African hip hop scene. Multi-award winning artist from South Africa, rapper. Done big things, big waves, big moves. In the hip hop industry. So Voltz JT recognizes the weight, that he's carrying on the song. It's like, okay, let me divert this weight, right, and use it to catapult the upcoming album. I think that was a very wise move, to use the international act, to market the album. That was good as well. And also it was Furane Kunoku and a track called Reru Kai. Those were the only two songs in the album that had visuals, I mean music, videos, and I think those were really cool visuals. There was no, sort of like a visual where you can say, no, this wasn't good quality from Voltz JT. The visuals were up to par, with Voltz JT. I personally think the Rukai's visuals were Voltz JT's best visuals of his career so far, and also like I also like the song separately from the music video, like the whole structuredness of the song. I just like how Voltz JT samples Mike Tyson at the start of the song, as the song continues going on, the Mike Tyson sample finishes, then Voltz JT starts, rapping, on the beat. And I really think that Voltz JT has mastered the art of being a chilled rapper, the art of having a chilled delivery, a chilled flow, a chilled cadence, mastering that, to an extremely, I wouldn't say the highest level, because the highest level is unattainable. I would say to a higher level. We just leveled up, in mastering himself, in mastering his style of music, and staying true to his style of music. I think that was a good thing to mention. How Voltz JT is so self-aware of his sound, so self-aware of the way that he raps, and the mastering it, starting himself so deep, and mastering it and just executing it on a higher level, on a music project. That was really good from Voltz JT, like the album just preps you up, like for you're sort of like you're wondering like, wow, what else can Voltz JT offer us in the future of his career, you really would expect more by listening to this album. You really would expect that Voltz JT is going to release some bombs in the future. You really expect that JT, is going to have an awesome career, like a really fruitful career. You can tell from the album, and I wouldn't say you can tell, but I would say that you would expect him, to have a really fruitful career. You would expect him, to have other like dope classic projects, to come, So that's how I view it, keeping my eye on Voltz JT. I'm following him. I have high expectations from him, on his future, on his upcoming projects. This was a very good start. Life of Muvhimi was a very good start from him, and we expecting more in the future. Then another thing that I liked about the album was how in each and every song, of all the 10 songs, how he managed to stay within the concept and the message of the album. He didn't divert to talk about other topics, that are not related to hustling, that are not related to making it, as a rapper in Zimbabwe, even in the love songs that he did in Kure and Kwelo Tiri too, he still managed to keep the things so tight and so packed, the concept, he didn't go out of the boundaries, not even an inch. He stayed within, the concept and the message of the album that he introduced in the first song of the album. So I think if you look at that musically, that's something to to commend. That's something to comment on the album. In conclusion, I would say that Voltz JT kept things short, he kept things clean, and he kept things neat, and yeah, that's the thing. Short, neat, and clean, and didn't wander away from the topic, stayed with one topic, good choice of features. Personally, from the laboratory, I would say this was a good project, and like I said, we'll rate Voltz JT the album out of 10. And after putting the album in the lab, and after like unveiling it to you guys, our thoughts upon it, okay, so we will give the album a 7.2 out of 10 on the Zimbabwean nationwide weight class. That's it, 7.2 out of 10. And really eager, to see what Voltz JT has for us in the future. I'm really eager to see him, more projects, and the projects that will release later, in his career. I'm expecting that they're going to be higher than a 7.2 out of 10. I'm really expecting so, because I know that he can do it, so if you really like this video, you can press the like button. You wanna see more videos from the forensic lab, you can press the subscribe button and turn on the notifications, and if there's a music project you want us to look into, feel free to say so in the comment section. So from the forensic lab, that's it. Life of Muvhimi is a wrap. See you next time. Ciao.